In this video, I'm going to discuss the research article titled Spiritual Needs of Elderly Living in Residential Nursing Homes. So this article begins by discussing the issue of depression among the elderly, and this is partially not only due to the fact of their living situation, their environment, but it also has to do with their general age and their worry about the end of their life and depression that comes with illnesses and other related issues. This also stems from loneliness. They did some studies on the loneliness of individuals in nursing homes, and they also discussed the issue of depression and loneliness in the previous article that I discussed in my last video, and found that this was still a glaring issue among the elderly. So there is a certain responsibility of the community and other individuals to assess this issue and to do what they can to alleviate the problem of depression among the elderly to enhance their living situation. So this article discusses the spiritual needs of the elderly and how it can meeting their spiritual needs can improve their life, their quality of life, and it kind of rates the different spiritual needs. So surprisingly, only about 35% of the people interviewed said that they identified as religious, and though a lot of this is probably due to the fact that they had always viewed religion as a tradition, that they still find it necessary to go to mass every weekend, and it's still a part of their life, but it's more ritualistic than having to do with their individual relationship with God. So the first issue that they listed as a spiritual need was actually to plunge into the beauty of nature. So this kind of speaks to their views towards their living situation. They probably feel like they're stuck inside too much, and they wish that they could get outdoors more often. And secondly, they express the need to feel connected with family. And the irony of this situation is that they feel this need, but they don't feel like they can express it to their family because they don't want to be a burden. So they have this need, but they don't feel like there's any solution to it because they feel as though they lose their independence and their family is being burdened by them asking for more time with them. So this calls the responsibility of the community to help to alleviate this when, instead of forcing them to ask their family for this, they can get this connection in other ways, or trying to bring them together with family, or even the responsibility of the family to make sure that they are getting, quality time with loved ones. So spirituality can be, at the end of the article, they assess how spirituality can be used to improve the lifestyle of the elderly and meeting their needs, whether that be, traditional spiritual needs, or connection with family, or even the environment. They discuss how doing so would change the morale of the individuals living in nursing homes, and I think that this connects to my service in a way that gets me to think about how I address spirituality in each individual and how I focus on their needs and what they want. And I think that one thing I overlooked was their spiritual needs. I thought about their loneliness can be a spiritual need, but in general I thought about their depression, their loneliness, which has a spiritual aspect, but not in their traditional sense. And so I think that I could have focused on that more, and I think in the future with my service I want to focus more on spirituality because I see the importance of that, whether it be religious or non-religious.